So good to see you. YouTube, pray.com. We are just so glad to have all of you here this morning. We are going strong. Some of you have been joining me every single day for this 54-day challenge that you didn't even know you needed. I didn't. I was like, I'm doing this for you, God. And then isn't it interesting that it is so challenging for us to obey God, but then on the other side of obedience, he gives us everything we could ever want. This is not even what we're talking about today. But I can even imagine what it felt like to be Noah when God's like, hey, I need you to build a boat. It's never been built before. And this is going to take you years to do. And you're going to be ridiculed. And Noah's like, I don't want to obey. I literally don't want to obey. And so he's obeying. And can you imagine the day that all of a sudden those rain clouds come in and you're like, thank you, God, that I obeyed. So for all of you who have been joining me every single day for this 54-day challenge, getting in the gap of the miracle, getting in the gap of heaven's realities and the just earthly things and going like, I just want spiritual tools to be equipped with doing life from heaven's perspective. I just want to be a person who doesn't lower my standard to fit what I see around me, but I'm able to take what's around me and align it with God's truth. That's what we're doing. So today we're going to do that even more. So glad you're here. Mom, Emily, so glad that you're here. So today I have a question for you. How's your heart? How's your heart? Now, this is one of those questions that if I'm being honest, it's why people run from me at the playground, at church, on Instagram, because I don't really care about the weather. I don't actually care about the news. I don't really care how your dog is doing. I appreciate that you have a dog. I just want to know I care about your heart. And I think it's a really important question and can also open up a can of worms, which is why generally we don't ask ourselves that or sit long enough with the answer. But it's something that I think is really, really important for us to look at is the condition of our heart. And so we are going to open up a can of worms today and asking just how is your heart? And we're going to really lean into why is the condition of your heart important? And ultimately, what is the right process to manage our heart? Because that is on you. God gave you a heart. That's on him. You managing your heart is on you. And so I want to also give you the process to know how to manage your heart. Because if we're going to ask a big question like, how's your heart? Then it's like, what do I do if I go, my heart's not good? Or my heart is sad, or my heart is hurting, or my heart is guarded, or my heart is no, I don't even talk about this. I'm going to just like X out of this. You're the one that needs to not X out of this video right here. Question is, how's your heart? So let's look at why does the condition of our heart matter? Luke 6, verse 45. Luke 6:45. And it says, a good person produces good out of the good stored up in his heart. An evil person produces evil out of the evil stored up in his heart. For his mouth speaks from the overflow of your heart. Your mouth speaks from the overflow of your heart's condition. So if you find your mouth should be, it's not their fault. It's not life's fault. It is the condition of our heart we need to pay attention to. And what happens is for a lot of us, what's coming out of our mouth is so derived from life, like circumstance, what that person said, what daddy didn't do, happened 30 years ago, might happen tomorrow. So from our mouth, we think is attached circumstantially to the things around us, when the reality is the overflow of my mouth comes directly from the condition of my life. That means I need to start going out, and I need to go in. So when life happens, failure, loss, setbacks, people hurting you, you making mistakes, it would be easy for us to just say, well, I'm going to guard my heart, or we find ourselves shutting it down or pushing things under the rug or just kind of venting. How many of us are like, I'm venting? But how many of you know venting